Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Time got away from me a little bit this weekend, and I did not post on Saturday for Saturday morning make, so I'm posting now. Um, so I wanted to share a few things that I've made. I have this card here. This stamp is called, her name is Mrs. Rachel. My really good friend, my best friend in Eugene, Angela. Hi, Angela. She found these for me at a thrift store. I forget which one. I think it was either Goodwill or St. Vincent de Paul. I'm not sure. But there's a whole little series. I've done another card with her. And I think it was more of like an Easter theme. And it's Miss Rachel something. I don't know. But this particular stamp, I'll show you here. This is Miss Rachel. And it is called Miss Rachel Picking Apples is what that's called. And this is from Embossing Arts Company from 1998. Wow, I just love all the stamps I made back then, you know. Love them, love them, love them. But yeah, great find. My gosh, great find. I love it. So this is her. I did not finish the inside of the card. I'll get to that at some point. But what I did was I used Tim Holtz Distress Ink, the ink refills. And what I have is, gosh, I don't have it next to me. I'll grab it real quick. It's messy as all heck, but who cares? I've got this little palette here that I got from the Dollar Tree. I have a few of them that I've used for acrylic paints and other type of things. But all you do is just put, see right here is a drop of that ink refill. And there's little drops in various palettes here. And that ink refill goes a long, long way. It is very bright and vibrant. The colors are just beautiful. So one of these times when I have a minute, I'll show y'all a process video where I'm using that particular medium. So yeah, this is Miss Rachel Picking Apples. And I put like some little pom-pom ribbon here on the edge. And I just thought that was a precious fall card for fall time and picking the apples. I love her. She's just too stinking cute. Okay, so that's that one. This next one is a tag, and I'm not really finished with it either. I got to do the back of it, and I haven't done it yet. But I think I showed y'all a card where I made, it was a card with the same poinsettia, but I just did it a little different. I still watercolored it, and that's from this particular stamp set here. What is it called? It is called Christmas Blueprint, CMS 201. And I just love these so much. So I stamped and colored this out, watercolored it out. I cut it out and I glued it up against this background, which I did with a bunch of Tim Holtz Distress inks. And I see the pine here and the pine here. I did it in varying shades, like a first stamp and then a second stamp, you know, so you get that lighter color of ink. You get the dark color of ink and then that lighter color. So it kind of almost looks like that's in the background when you do that. And that's also from the same stamp set. It's this guy here. And I would just ink up the actual pine, you know, and try not to get this part inked up. So that's what I did there. And I also cut these shapes out. I stamped that poinsettia onto some music sheet paper and cut him out, and had that as like some background pieces. And this is the top here. This is a Tim Holtz die. I actually can't find this pack. It's got all kind of Christmas words in it. I can't find it. It's here somewhere. I'd have to go on a hunt and find it. So anyway, I was going to pull that out and show y'all what I used, but this is Tim Holtz as well. And I just put like some cute ribbon here. Some little sparkly ribbon. Nothing too fancy, but that's this tag. That's that. I said I wasn't going to be purchasing or trying not to purchase, and that's just so dang hard. So what I did actually do is I went to, let's see, this is Spellbinders. Now every year, Spellbinders, and maybe more than once a year, I don't know, but I know for sure every year around this time they do a warehouse sale. And I got several things from them for really inexpensive. This was like $5 for this stamp set here. And this says Holiday Group Hugs. And that's STP-137. So I just got that right off. You know, you can't really pass that up for such a low price. So that's this stamp. And this is the card I made with it. I just kept it kind of simple. I embossed this piece with an embossing folder. I'm not sure where that one is. I embossed it and colored it with some Mermaid Lagoon in the background. And I had a banner die cut, and I put the little, that particular stamp right here on there. It says the best part of the holidays is being together. And I just watercolored these guys. Just had fun doing some watercoloring. And I think it was, yeah, I did use the ink refills for this watercolor as well. And then I put a few little embellishments here. Little pretty embellishments. And I did do the inside of this card. So I carried through that same color, that Mermaid Lagoon, and a little pop of red there. And just had a pretty die cut. All this here. And this is actually from a Tim Holtz stamp set as well. I didn't pull that out for y'all to see, but you pull up Tim Holtz Christmas stamps and you'll see all these things. I forget where I got these snowflakes, but I just did some random stamping kind of off the page a little bit, you know, so you can get that effect of it just covering the page. I love that. So that's this card. I think this is so cute. It's just all one stamp, so it's really easy to cut out too, to put on your card, so if you want to cut it out. So that's that one. This card, I haven't completed the inside of it yet either, but I just love this. He's a little crooked. I don't think I realized that until I got done with him and kind of held it back and was like, oh, kind of slightly crooked, but oh well, it's still really cute. This paper here in the background, this bluish kind of paper, the teal kind of paper, this is actually from a Lawn Fawn pack of Christmas papers that I've had for years, actually. So I just, again, trying to use a lot of stash. And these stamps are from the Creative Expression set. I got those last year, so it's kind of a mixture, and I'll show you. We did this particular stamp set from Creative Expressions. And I'll show you the name of that. Here it is down here. So this is Novelty Christmas Mugs, CEC 1000. So as you can see, I use this top for the coffee mug. And of course here, I've got that mug and the little gingerbread man. And I have another set, this set as well. And from this set, I just used this little heart. And you can see where I use that little heart right there, okay? Just added that and mixed it with the images. This little star cookie I actually got from Tim Holtz. I'm trying to find the name of it. I think it's just a number. I'm having trouble. Hold on a second. Let's see. Does it say a name? Christmas Cookies. Okay, so my bad. It does have a name, Christmas Cookies. So yeah, Christmas Cookies. It's Tim Holtz. And it's 665566. There, sorry, I'm out of frame. That's the number of it if you ever want to look it up. So yeah, that's what this particular star cookie I put here. So just a mix and match of all kind of different things to make this card. I love it. I love the colors, the teals and the reds. I just think there's such a, they contrast with each other very nicely. And I watercolor painted these guys with the Distress inks. And this is that evergreen bough color. I love that color because it's kind of a teal, kind of a green, kind of a blue. It's such a beautiful color. So that's that card there. I made these little boxes. I'll show you. These little boxes right here. They're just little treat boxes. Just super cute. They're kind of small, but they're precious for little tiny gifts. And here's another one I made. And I just used paper from my stash. You see how that looks. It's super, super easy to put together too. You cut it all out, everything's scored out. You just glue it right here at the seam. And what I did was, this one I hot glued this bow on it. And this bow, I'll lay it flat and kind of see it a little easier that way. This bow is called the Small Layered Bow. And this is from the Impression Obsession Company. And it's an Anna White design, who I am in love with. I love all her stuff. So that's what this particular bow is right here. And that is just adorable. I love it. So that's that little treat box there. And the box die is from My Creative Time. Okay, let's see if it has the name here on it. Yes, so here we go, sorry. We have Shopping Bag Die, MCT D295. So, that is super easy. You just run it through, and as you can see, it's got little areas where it's scored, and you glue it together, and you got yourself a little bag. I didn't use this yet. I'll probably use that in the future. But that's this die cut, and I made these little bags. I love these. They're so precious. I figure I make a lot of little homemade things, like chapstick and little salves and stuff like that I put in pretty decorative tins. And I thought, well, how cute that would be is just to fill this bag up with stuff like that and put some little tissue in there and give that away as a gift. Now this bow here is a different bow, and that is from Scrap Diva. And I forget the name of this bow, and I don't really see where she has that listed here. But if you go to her site, Scrap Diva Designs, you'll just see all kind of bows. So that's what this particular little bow is right here. And I put a little embellishment there. And for this one, I put like a little eyelet here, and made a little tag, a little to and from tag. And this stamp was another thrift store find. Just too precious is from Stampin' Up. And again, it looks like it's 1998. So I found that at the Goodwill. Super precious little find, and look at how adorable that is. A little tag hanging off the bag. So that is another little project. I'm going to make a whole bunch more of these because I thought, you know what, how cute this would be to give people in my office, like all my co-workers, little bags with little goodies that I make. Or anybody, really. I'm just going to make a ton of these bags because I just like them. They're so cute and so easy to make. Here is another thing that I made, of course, with Miss Diana Markham stamp. This is the gingerbread stamps. This star is actually from scrapbook.com, the wafer thin metal dies, and they're nested dies, so there's all kind of different sizes of the stars. And again, this is just Miss Diana Markham's stamp. That's this guy right here, which I have busted out all of these. It is time to do all the gingerbread. It's that time of year. And again, I just watercolored it with Distress Inks. Seems to be pretty much what I use mostly when I watercolor. I love it. And then I had a little wooden star. I found a package of these at Goodwill for like 25 cents. And just put some little gold paint on it and sparkles. And I sprayed it with the that glitter dust, I think it's called. But it's jammed. I can't get it to come out. I'm not sure if anybody out there has any tips for that, but I love that stuff, but it jams up easy, so I'm not sure if maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. But that's this here, and I put a little rusty jingle bell on it, and there's a little hook here, so really, honestly, it's kind of like an ornament. That's kind of what I got going here. It's just an ornament. So, yeah. Okay, one final thing. I used those die cuts, the scrapbook.com wafer thin metal die set. Pretty much you can use most die cuts for some fabric. I ran this through my die cut machine. It's fabric. It's little scraps that I got from Joann's, and I made a little fabric ornament. So what I did, I don't know if you can see that, is I just real rough went around it by hand and stitched it up. So it's just very primitive looking, which I love. I love that prim. I hot glued this pine sprig on here. But before I put the two pieces of fabric together, I took the first front piece and threaded the jingle bells on and threaded the bow on. So it's nice and seamed in there. And then after that, I hot glued the little pine sprig. And then up here, there's a little pine cone button that I sewed on. Did a little hot glue in there too to kind of just keep it in one spot. And again, I got another ornament. I think I'm going to make a bunch of these with all kind of different material. And you can get scrap fabric too. You don't have to get anything super expensive. You know, there's all kind of little scraps and sales and stuff. I love buffalo check, so that's something I do a lot. But I'm going to keep making some of these. Probably in my next video you'll see a few more. And that is it. That's all I have for y'all today. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all again. Okay, bye.